This is my last video about fasting, and it's gonna be quite a controversial one. Definitely not the one that you would expect after seeing me raving about fasting in the past through 3 days when I was doing my 3 days water fast. And in this video I would like to call out all the fasting experts on this. So what am I talking about? So just recently I finished a 3 days water fast when I didn't consume anything else, only water, and I shot a video about each day, and throughout these videos I was really raving about the benefits of fasting, and I still think there are many benefits of fasting. And I was talking about autophagy, I was talking about ketosis, and all the immune and inflammation related insulin resistance, and they all hold true, and I still think they are valid. But, and there is a huge but here, after finishing my 3 days fast, I realized that I lost quite a considerable amount of muscle mass. So I am weaker, and I had to cancel classes, and I can't exercise as well as I did. And it made me think about the whole fasting experience. And you know, this book is my Bible these days. I just simply cannot put it down. I keep reading it, and this is one of the most fascinating books I've ever read. And Dr. Peter Attia, who wrote this book, he did a 10 days water fast that I just think unimaginable after doing 3 days. I just can't imagine how that is possible. But this is exactly what he says, that the price that we pay for a fast in a way of losing muscle mass maybe negates all the benefits. And completely honestly, at this point we don't know yet whether fasting eventually is better than not. So if all the benefits overweight the muscle loss, that's fine. But at this point it doesn't seem to be the case. So if you ask me, Dr. Bella, if you just can give me one single advice, and I won't see you again ever, you just can give me one advice which impacts my longevity, my health span the most, what that advice would be? And that advice has nothing to do with diet, nothing to do with fasting. My advice for you would be, stop watching this video right now and go and do exercise. Exercise is the best thing that most advantages for us, speaking about longevity and health benefits overall. So losing muscle mass means we are losing from our most precious asset, which is our mobility, which is our muscle. So this is a big question mark and a big but here, whether the benefits I was talking about really worth the price that we pay in muscle mass and mobility. Because right now I need to work hard to regain my muscle mass, and I don't know how long time it's gonna take. So all the suffering of the water fast and the muscle mass loss, you know, on one side, and the other side the benefits. So we need to figure out, and this is where I call out all the fasting experts, whether they can really tell us something convincing that we need to keep doing fasting. And again, in the medical literature there is nothing supporting the 16-8 time-restricted diet, or which is coming from a mice experiment. But you know, mice is completely different, because they die after 46 hours starving, and we can live longer without food. So we just can't project mice data on humans. Probably the only benefit of a time-restricted diet is we really keep the window, is we don't nibble, for example, outside the window. So it restricts a little bit the calorie. So if I want to summarize you my advice gained from my own personal experience and reading this book, I would say watch what you eat and watch how much you eat, because, for example, it happens many times that there is a time restricted diet, so patients keep the 16-8, but during those 8 hours they don't really watch what they eat and how much they eat, so they might consume much more in that short period of time that they would have consumed throughout the whole day. So if you want to maximize the benefits, I believe don't restrict yourself to any diets or kind of fasts. Be aware of the quality of your food that you eat, and be aware of the amount or the calorie that you intake. So restrict the calories and be really careful of the quality, and exercise. These 3 things would be my advice. You know, water fast can be good for someone who is really obese and high blood pressure and the lipids high in the blood. So in extreme cases, it might be good because the benefits overweight the side effects, you know. But for a normal person like myself, I definitely wouldn't recommend any fasts with my current understanding. So one more comment that, for example, I just realized is this fasting improved my my mental health, my mood. That goes to the positive side, but including this one, based on everything I've just said, I'm not convinced that fasting is good for us. And this is my kind of final conclusion. But of course, if I find out anything more or anything different, I'm gonna come back to you and summarize my understanding. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.